Begin to understand where you are and what's happening around you.
There's golden light everywhere.
You feel like you have a body?
No.
Let's just bask in that golden light for a moment. Allow it to saturate you.
It feels like it's an orb around me.
Mm-hmm. What is this orb providing for you?
Security. Mobility.
Mm-hmm. So it's like transportation. Take us where you need to go.
Yeah, like a vessel.
Mm-hmm.
They said it feels like it's just light though.
Does it feel like you are this orb of light or that you're in it?
Both. Consciousness. Maybe this is because I am the orb and I'm inside the orb too.
Mm-hmm. Let's see where your higher team wants to travel to in this orb.
Mm-hmm.
Just allow ourselves to go there now.
It's almost like I see like a almost like a horizon and like it's white light though coming over, not it, it looks like white light but like the auroras look,
Mm-hmm.
like the way that the auroras the energy looks.
Bands of colors.
But it's just white, bright, pure white light. It's beautiful.
Do you see the light source itself or just these bands of colors or of the white light? Bands of white light.
It's kind of changing to rainbow light too. I wonder if there's beings coming in. That's what I'm seeing. Because now the white light is changing to. It's almost like it's getting closer to me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's changing to more of a like the rainbow, like when you shine light through a prism.
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of intensity of rainbow light.
So does it look like it's coming into the planet right now?
I'm not in a planet. It's like I'm just in a openness.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like I'm just out in space and it's just in blackness except that there's this light. These are beings because it's starting to
The bands are
starting
actually
to
beings of light.
Yeah, because they're starting to change. They're changing into not balls, but like little sparks of light. Um,
So there's many of them.
hmm hmm
So it's kind of like when the Milky Way looks like a band of light, but it's really just so many stars and lights. Huh?
Kind of like that, yeah. These are like bursts of rainbow light. They're like sparkles and pops of rainbow light. They feel very peaceful, but also excitable at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's exciting, but there's this sense of peace around them. I can't tell if it's just one being or if it's many.
Can you tell where they're headed to?
Not yet. Almost like it's almost like we're trying to become familiar with one another's energy, like because it's almost like this energy has introduced itself to this orb that I am, this bubble that I am. Um, because it's like they're coming into one another's field almost, like it's interacting with this orb of energy that I am. This other energy is interacting with me. But that's how I can feel its energy. It's,
Is it different than you? Is it, or do you look like
oh
the
yeah,
same kind of
it's
spark?
no, it's different than me. It's just like a whole nother mm, level of
Mm-hmm.
being. Okay, they said enough of the niceties, so let's see what that means. So we've introduced one another, I guess. Let's see where this goes. Uh, it's almost like this energy now is like it's working on me,
It's connecting with you
like
energetically.
yeah, like a power up. That's what I'm hearing. Like it's giving me a power up. I kind of wonder if it's almost like a cleansing
Mm-hmm.
because uh, ooh, I got to see. Um, the orb that I was like a golden kind of color. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't dull before, but now it's even brighter, more excitable. I can see like the energy rippling around the
In your orb? Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. So it like energized and upgraded your orb.
yeah, yeah. Mm.
And does that trickle down to your physical body as well?
Mm-hmm. Um, Yes, because everything that we are physically begins in this bubble, in this energy field. So this energy that I'm seeing, it's like the energy that is our energy body,
right?
but it's also because it's kind of like it comes from our higher self. This isn't necessarily my higher self, but this is how our higher self, okay, communicates with us. So that being of light that I saw before was my higher self.
Oh, the ones that look more like sparks, or the one that.
Yeah. Mhm. So it wasn't, that's why there were multiple different sparks, because
So is it like your higher self is a higher self to other orbs other than your consciousness orb that you're seeing?
yeah, and the higher self is not just singular like what they're showing me. It's not. We want to give it like a physical sense, and it's not. It's so complex because what I saw were so many little sparks of light making up this one entity of light, but it was still so multifaceted. That's what our higher self is. Um, really mind-boggling what they're showing me right now is like there are a lot of higher selves, but even amongst each one of the higher selves, there's so many multiple parts to our higher self. Um, that's why different people on Earth can share a higher self. Almost like it's part of that soul connection. When we feel a soul connection, it may sometimes be because we share aspects of the same higher self. That's crazy.
So this upgrade you experience, is this something everyone's experiencing, or they're just increasing your energy for the session for a better connection? What did we just see or experience?
They wanted to give me a boost for this session, but I asked. Um, okay, so we can all get this energy boost. This happens when we meditate. When you're in meditation, you reach this place, this connection with higher self, and that feeding the the energy body, that supercharging. When you make that connection to your higher self, that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So at this sphere of consciousness, golden light that you are, this energy body, is that where your personality ends, you as Sarah, or do you continue on to your higher self as Sarah? Can they show you that to make it clearer?
Mm. There's, there's okay, so there's some of that energy that is shared, but our personalities here are so strong. Um, let's see, it's like an ego thing. They're almost showing me like this barrier, because it's like energy levels and not levels, layers, energy layers
Mm-hmm.
is what it looks like. And the very strong personalities uh, start to dissipate and become more cohesive with this as the layers build out. Uh, where there's still personality, but it's different. It's honestly, to me, it feels like it's more loving, more open, more free
Mm-hmm.
on these outer layers
Mm-hmm.
of this energy. It feels um, less constrictive than what it does on the more solid physical parts, like the core parts
Mm-hmm.
feel denser, where I guess this personality would be strongest. But there are some things that are shared, like there's not lost, but changed, like it's a vibratory thing.
Right. So you most strongly connect with yourself as being Sarah only in your physical body. Once you reach this level of this orb, you already begin to dissipate that idea that you're just a separate
Mhm.
person that kind
Yeah.
of is part of your earth suit, basically.
Yes. Yes. And they just said that's a protection mechanism that we
Mm-hmm.
have such a strong personality here.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
So when our loved ones come through, if they after they pass away, do they come as this orb, like you're saying here? Is that them without their? Is that sort of the level they're at when they communicate with us, without the physical?
Mm, mm. Yes. Okay. But yes, this is their. Uh, this is part of. This is one of the layers of that energy. Um, not the same, not exactly the same as the orb that I'm in right now, but almost like it's a different layer, even a more expensive layer than what I'm in right now.
So just being connected with the physical still kind of holds you at a
Yes,
certain density.
yes, mhm. That yes, that's what they said because they're not tied to a physical body anymore. So it's even a different layer of energy than where I am now. Um, but they're showing me, I guess for some people, uh, it's a comfort thing for the individual that's experiencing the contact with the deceased loved one, that they can change their appearance for a time for that individual. Mm. But they don't always come in looking like themselves.
That makes sense.
They said sometimes I just even come in as just like a breeze is almost what it feels like just a knowing, a breeze, a sense. Not always that. Um, it depends on that individual, the person that's having the experience. It depends on that person how they would best receive the contact with that deceased loved one.
So, like anything, it really is an individual experience.
Mm-hmm,
And because we're all different, they're going to appear differently to different people in different ways.
mm-hmm. Yeah, some people would just be terrified, and and the loved ones don't want to scare.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the deceased loved one doesn't want to scare their loved one that they're trying to have contact with. They don't want to scare them. So I, I guess it's the way that it looks with them showing me this, all the different things that they're showing me. It seems like it's like a trial and error type thing. Like they're just trying to figure out how to let their loved one know that they're there. Except sometimes people can be a little hard-headed. I don't know. I guess some people are don't have like a block is what it looks like they put a wall up. Uh,
I totally see it. It's like on one hand, it's either you're going to scare them half to death if you appear to them, but that's the only way they'll even believe it because they put this
yes.
wall of disbelief there. So
Hmm.
it's kind of like they're
Yes.
stuck at this wall where
Hmm.
enough would be too much.
Hmm.
So their
Hmm.
own doubts are holding them back.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I totally see that's really amazing the way that just so clear.
Hmm.
It seems like it's kind of connected with, UFO activity. I wonder if they can share any information about what we're seeing in the skies with the UFOs.
Very much the same type of energy there. Um, Mm. So it's like they're showing me a bunch of people with just blinders on.
Hmm.
Like literally, it looks like the blinders that they use on horses. Some people just have blinders or their eyes, like their fingers in their ears, blinders on their eyes that they don't want to know. That's I don't understand why, but like they're just not. mm, They're so tied to the physical. They don't want to accept. Those are the same ones that wouldn't accept contact from deceased loved ones either, though. Looks like that wall is up for those people, but
Seems to be crumbling for a lot of other people, though.
mm-hmm, that that's crazy. You just saw that because that's exactly what they were showing me was what this physical. Some of those walls are starting to crumble down, though. Um,
Is it our fear of something new and different and something we didn't believe in being true? Is that really kind of people are in denial about it, maybe?
that would make sense. I don't I don't have that though. Always I never had a fear. I've always known that there were others out there, but there are some of us that just know. But I guess mm, I don't know. They just showed me like the United States and like there's this wall all around the US. I don't know. Do other countries not feel this way about ETs and the UFO experience? I'm not sure, but it seems like there's just this wall. Okay, I want to know who put the wall there. This is something we created ourselves by design. By design. Control. By design. It's like some kind of control mechanism.
So it almost looks
And
like specifically the United States, possibly within the government, has made it even more of a taboo topic than it is other places in the world.
yeah, and they're showing me the churches too. That's disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah, because I just saw the churches too when you were saying that, and how religion kind of needs
The
to fall
steeple.
away
They showed me
because,
steeples, and I was like, oh, crud.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's
So
our belief
that's.
systems that don't allow for aliens, some of us.
hmm
Hmm.
hmm I just don't understand. It's got something to do with control, though. It is extremely bright right now, though. This something's coming in that's just way bright.
Golden light?
No, white. Really bright white light. Almost blinding. Okay. That's the. Okay. Um, so undeniable. There, it's an unveiling is what's coming, where people. It's going to be undeniable. That's what's come. That's what this. Because it's all
It's bright
all
white light.
over. That's coming in almost like okay. This is kind of comical. I don't think this is legitimately what's going to happen, but what they're showing me is like old cartoon style, the saucer
Hmm.
with the what was his name? Marvin Martian sitting in there. Oh wow. And white light just beaming down like it opens up underneath and it's just white light coming down over the entire United States to where people can't deny it anymore.
Very cool. I wonder if they can show you what we've been seeing in our skies. I know the government's put some things out and said they saw UFOs. Are they just really looking at their own stuff? And are people seeing the other craft? I know I've experienced a CE5 event where I saw a craft, so I know they're out there. How much is fake and how much is legitimate extraterrestrials?
So, so they're showing me some different stuff. Okay. Um, Perspective that I have right now is like I'm just above Earth in space, and I'm looking out into space, and they're showing me a lot of technology. Some of it has been influenced by them. Some of it is them. And then, okay, and then underneath me, like looking down into the planet, there's like lower level stuff that's more military grade, I guess, advanced military, but I think there's a lot of different levels to this from what it looks like. So,
Even on the human perspective, from the human.
yes, yes. So, hmm, because they're like showing me hmm, like advanced jets and stuff that's more advanced military than what we're accustomed to. Um, they're saying kind of like stealth bomber, like when the stealth jet, whatever that thing
Mm-hmm.
is, uh, it was the most advanced.
And it looked
So,
otherworldly too.
right. So they've got something on a level just above that, like it's advanced, but that's like more common knowledge military. But there's stuff more advanced than that that even some of the lower military doesn't know about. So it's almost like it kind of
Makes you
like
cheered.
the yes, the energy body that when they showed me all the different levels, it's kind of looking kind of like the same thing, and it's um I got chills over. It's very car
Departmentalized with the
compartmentalized.
right.
Yes. So uh so that part of the military Air Force, I'm hearing Air Force. I don't know if that's legit or not, but that's what I'm hearing is that it's like Air Force level.
Mm-hmm.
They know about that and all the stuff underneath that, but they don't know about this other stuff that they showed me when I'm outside of the Earth's atmosphere, when I'm out in that space just above Earth. There's craft out there too.
But it's ours. Humans, I
Yes,
mean.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
but it is humans, but they said that they influenced that.
Like reverse
Okay,
engineered stuff.
I don't know. I'm gonna ask. No, no, that stuff out there is a direct contact with them. They helped humans. build it. That stuff.
Hmm.
That's this other. It, honest to God, almost looks like Star Wars, Star Trek, some kind of crazy. They're showing me um, ships cloaking. Some of these are uh, personal size, like two people can fit in it. Others are huge, like like the mothership that everyone says, but they're like look like for real, they're like big, huge vessels, but they have cloaking abilities.
Hmm.
Uh,
And they're so big that even smaller ships dock with them.
yes, yes, that kind of building. We have that technology, humans do,
Oh
but
wow.
this is some of that technology that very few know about, like dark budgets, black budgets
Right.
kind of stuff. But it's out there, it exists.
How many levels
Um,
of these secret layers are there?
Let me ask so if they can show me in a way that I'll understand. A lot.
So above military, there might be a group that is aware of some advanced stuff, but little do they know there's a whole group above them and a whole group above them, and no one knows about the group above them. And it gets smaller and more compartmentalized as we move up in technology.
Yeah, what they're showing me though, it's they're showing me more like a family tree for this. So the way that this looks, the way that they're showing it to me right now, like I said, looks like a family tree. So there's part of this that's, hmm, okay, this is going to say sound completely outrageous, but it's like it starts at a galactic level, like one that's just like the mama and the papa of it all. And then it just kind of goes down and branches out from there. Okay, so it's like there's this galactic level, and then it goes down to like different solar systems. Um, mm, when they say uh, your space brothers or your galactic family, that kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
that's legitimately what it looks like right now. Like this is beyond just the technology. This is the whole um what is the word? They're showing me like the families. It's
Like
the whole
races and
system.
species?
Hmm. Yeah, because like I said, the family tree aspect of it um starts off galactically, like we came, almost like we came from this creator, but everything came from this creator. That it's just that. It's think of it like it's a family tree. If you look at a family tree and you've got second cousins and third cousins and fourth cousins twice removed, all this kind of stuff, that's us. That's it. That's and
That's the
it's
tip
not
of the
just,
family tree.
yes,
So we're not going
and
back
it
far enough.
just splits off all from there because it's crazy. There's so many limbs, okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
off this tree that, hmm, it's just crazy. So that's the deal. It's not layers per se, it's branches.
Right. So it's sort of a moving, flowing tree of it's not so much as humans are separated, but at some point there's probably a mixture of humans and other star races too. There's probably good and bad. There's probably a little bit of everything that we've gotten technology from different factions over the years. So it's way more convoluted than we typically imagine this whole thing, right? So many
They said
involved.
just think of it like you're in your own family. People inherit different stuff, even inherit as far as genetics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've inherited, that just puts a whole new spin on made in their image, right?
Yeah. Is there a way that we can tell between the our UFOs and our star family UFOs?
They're making it less and less so. Okay, they said feel the energy, feel it, feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
So when we do a
that's
CE5
interesting.
event and all of us get together and we join our energies and we call in our star family, how do we know if it's star family or a government ship showing up? Is that something to think about or?
Mhm. The energy, you'll know it by the energy. You'll know it. You'll it, the, because you'll be able to feel it. You'll be able to feel if it feels mm, it's almost metally. It's like I can taste metal in my mouth. If it feels staticky, metally, it's almost like I've got metal in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the feel. Um, it's it will feel off. You'll know because it's not gonna feel right.
Right.
Because if it's them, it feels very light. It's almost like it's not sweet, but soft. It feels free. It feels light, but um, if it's the other, it feels very dark. It feels heavy. It feels, like I said, metally. That's the
Mm-hmm.
best way I can describe is it feels like metal.
So even
Mm.
the energy, the group's energy that's trying to call these in, so that would play a huge role in what energy is being sent out to call in the family too, right?
Because the frequencies connect.
Mm-hmm. So nothing to
So,
worry about, really.
no, they said they're showing me, um, mm, sometimes they come so quick with stuff. Uh, they're showing me like everyone together in a group. It looks like the reverse of what they showed me with the Martian light that came down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the reverse of that when we all get together and uh, all of our energy is together and we're projecting that. Um, it's light. It's like is what it is what it's like. So okay, so they're showing me it'll be like mods to a flame, though it's you won't necessarily just call in our family, our star family,
Mm-hmm.
but uh, but you'll be able to tell. They're
So it's almost like we're
okay.
sending up our own light beacon for our star family, but others
Hmm.
can see it too.
Yes. Okay. But the difference is, this just seems so unreal. Uh, when we send out that beacon, and when we know it's our star family, for one, we'll be able to feel it, that it's them.
Mm-hmm.
But two, we can communicate telepathically with them and them with us. And anything that's government right now, human, they have um, higher technologies, but the beings themselves are still not telepathic. Uh, so they're like showing me those triangle ships that the government has, because they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's a government thing that has that
Like the
poor
TR3B.
cloak. There, that's it. That
Yeah.
one. They should. I I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they're still humans in that, and they're not like they're advanced humans. Yeah, they have knowledge of some stuff, but they're not telepathically communicating with us, which
Totally
is
makes
different than
sense.
the beings.
Mm-hmm.
So the beings will telepathically communicate with us. So they're showing me pink light. So to me, that's love light. Um, so when it's them, we'll be able to feel it. Not necessarily, I don't know, maybe some people will be able to see the pink light from them. Some people see that kind of stuff, will
Right, like
can
auras
see
and
the,
stuff.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't, I don't really see auras that often, but there are lots of people that do. I tend to sense energy more than see it,
Mm-hmm.
usually. I have seen it, but it's rare. But they're showing me just like this pink light, like there's shining pink light down. Like I can see a group. And honestly, this group feels like us, like our little group,
Mm-hmm.
because it's the same kind of energy and lights that I've seen when we all used to do meditations together.
Mm-hmm.
When Eileen would did the meditations and we'd all be in that energy. It's that the same energy. It's our group. And they're showing me just like pouring pink light on top of us. So we'll know it, because I think there are some in the group that'd probably be able to see it, but we will all at least be able to feel it
Mm-hmm.
and just feel that love being poured down on us. We'll know. We'll know when it's them.
That's beautiful. I wonder what they can tell us about other energy. I know the sun's been kind of popping off lately. We got cosmic energy. Just a general energy reading of what's happening right now on the planet.
So, uh, it feels like this energy that's coming in, it's like it's been before. This is part of the cycle. It is changing things. It is almost nourishing, nurturing. Uh, it's doing something to the DNA. I see that. Also see it though. Hmm, I don't know how to explain this. They're showing me people. It's like their brains are lit up, but it almost okay. I don't understand this. It looks like electricity from everyone's brains, but it's all starting to connect. That's interesting. And it has something to do with the sun doing this. This is why. Okay, this is why a lot of people are starting to awaken right now. This is also why a lot of people are starting to lose it.
Just the intensity of the energy coming in and being connected more to other people.
Hmm. So, uh, because it almost looks like waves um, coming off the sun. It looks like they started off slower, slower, like smaller,
Right.
but they're getting more intense. Mm, I don't know. They're like tsunami. Like there's uh, I don't know.
Oh, the
I
way
don't.
it kind of comes in waves and waves and
Hmm.
waves. And
But it's building up to this tsunami wave of energy that's just coming. Is that I don't know right now. It's just they're just showing me energy, not like they're not showing me like scientifically like the sun doing its thing and a nova kind of thing. That's they're not showing me that. Uh, it's just energy is what it looks like right now. It's just intense energy, but like there's this tsunami energy wave that's coming. What is that gonna do to us?
well, let's go back to the brains. You said it was creating this glow in our brains that seemed to connect
Hmm.
us with other brains on the planet. So is it like a Christ consciousness coming in that's like overtaking the regular human consciousness?
For some.
So it's like the return of Christ that Christians are waiting on. It's like the actual energy of Christ is here.
Um, it's interesting. Almost though, like some people can't handle it. like it drives some people mad, like they can't handle. I wonder.
Yeah, what is it about it that makes it hard for people to handle? Just the intensity, or
Frequency is the vibration of it, the frequency of it, the
it's like clashing too much?
I guess like something's not connecting right.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like it's short circuiting in some people. Like it's just like
Can
almost
they
like it's going dark. Like it. Hmm,
can they show you
why?
anything we can do to help in that process? At least those who are sort of in this point where it's making them go crazy. What can they do to prepare? Is there anything?
Hmm, hmm. All this was quite loud and clear. Okay. Okay. Um, I'm just gonna say it like they said. So as we've told you before, there would come a time when you needed to be clear in your consciousness, grounded, and have your human body clean. Um, the years of talking about raising the vibration, meditating, grounding yourself, and the all the junk. Uh, I think I think some people they're showing me a shot. So I have a. They knew what they were doing with the shots. Okay, but it's like they just flipped the shot out of the way. Like that's not gonna have the effect that they want it unless people allow it to. Like headspace, fear. They're telling me all kinds of stuff right now. So this is like that I think we're at that critical point in time is the feeling that this has. Like this is it. This is the time that if if you've been on the fence about this and you haven't gotten yourself grounded, you're still living under fear, you have to make that it's a choice. It's a decision, a choice. Okay, they showed me a whole bunch of stuff. So basically, you got to get right, right? Like they want the diets cleaned up. They want us off the sugars. They want us off the addictions. That's all the addictions. Anything like social media. If you sit there and have to get your verification for yourself through social media, you got to get off the social media. You got to get off the porn. You got to get off the um, addictive foods. If you're using drugs, uh, anything that would cause you to not be able to be centered. You have to remove that from your life. Once that's done, then you should have no problem integrating this energy that's coming in. It may be intense, but you should be able to integrate it. They're showing me like taking naps and just sitting in meditation. It's just an upgrade, and it's a way that it's what's supposed to happen. This is they just said evolutionary. So almost like it's not hive mind. That sounds very negative, I know. It's not hive mind, but it's like all living in that higher vibratory state.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Let's think about your grandmother for a moment and let's see if we can connect in with her and see what message she has for us today.
There's a deeper level of connection, deeper level of love, caring, healing. So she's showing me she's showing me that same image with all the people and our brains being lit up.
Mm-hmm.
But she's showing me like the strands between person. It's not that chaotic energy like how it looked before.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's braided, it's woven together. It's really quite beautiful what she's showing me.
So it's like
And
the awakening people. It's like their energies
yes,
like intertwining with each other.
and it's the heart too. Oh, wow. Okay.
It's beautiful.
Because this energy isn't just coming from the brains of people. It's not just the brains that are lit up. There is the the connection between the brains and the hearts is lit up, and the hearts also that energy is weaving it. It almost looks like um, a Celtic braid
Mm-hmm.
with all the strands all and the hearts are also connected. Mm. Hmm. And it's a golden, a pinkish, what's that color? Like a rose gold uh, color over these. It's so beautiful. Mm.
It sounds like it's growing stronger. That's part of the energies coming in.
Yes. Hmm. Yeah, because those waves as they come in, this is just more and more intensified. And mm, for those people that aren't just like because for some people it looks like they're just refusing it. Like this is all still free will. And there's some people that are just straight refusing it. They don't, that's part of why the psychosis is happening, because they are just straight refusing this. And I guess there just will be some that do. It doesn't look like it's very many, though. It doesn't look like there's very many that are just going to refuse it, but there are plenty. Uh, but it looks like some of them might have been stubborn to begin with, but it's like one little strand will connect, and then once that strand connects, then just more and more their brain just lights up, their heart opens and connects.
And what
I
about
think
the other ones? Do they eventually have their, or do they just reject all the way? And
it looks like some of them are just completely rejecting it. Like it goes dark.
right. Would this be what we think of as people that's rejecting it, or like NPC, like empty shells of people? Or are they just unawakened?
I think they're just so um, turned into the ego that they can't open up to that higher
Mm-hmm.
frequency. Um, there are just some people that will have to redo things in this third density place. You know, it just didn't this.
Your light didn't get ignited for whatever reason. Maybe it wasn't their plan to this time.
I don't I don't understand, but it's just where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Choices made. Um, yeah,
The
they're
important thing
just
is that
not
there's nothing more we can do other than
no
love these people, right? Is there?
right, right, right. There are some like I said that it's because it's almost like this person is just off over here, completely turned off. Uh, Honestly, they're showing me like they're looking at a TV screen, just completely
Zoned
turned
out.
off of
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff that's going on over here. And over here are uh, all these people that are completely turned on. And there's like this group in between us, and they're slowly starting to turn on, like starting to light up and accept this intense energy that's coming in. It's almost like people are starting to feel it, because I mean at this point it's undeniable. I mean, yeah, us in our community, we've felt this for years and years. I think we most of us were born and knew it when we came in that
Mm-hmm.
this was here. But um, there's some people that are somewhere that connection was lost, but it's starting to come back. It's almost like it's just um, saturating us, like it's just pouring in on top of us now.
And it's actually creating like almost like a chain reaction for those in between, isn't it? Like the more people wake up, the more other people wake up.
Yes, yes, yes. I think it, so it kind of feels like this, like we've plugged in to an energy source, and so it kind of looks like there's power strips, extension cords, and like okay, like Christmas lights. They just show. Okay, so it's like Christmas lights where you plug the Christmas lights into one another
Mm-hmm.
and just the and except in this instance, you can just continue to plug in and it's not going to deplete the energy source. It's just going to increase it. Uh, Almost like we feed into one another.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a never-ending circuit. Like it
Right.
just keeps getting brighter and brighter.
And with each person, it just provides more opportunity for
Yes,
others to plug in
yes.
and experience it. That's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Because it just looks like this, like I'm raised up above this crowd,
Mm-hmm.
all these people, and it's just like little light bulbs popping on all over the place. So beautiful, all lit up, all different colors. Beautiful. Just like everyone's lights are turning on. Like people are starting to plug in and all the lights are coming on.
Mm-hmm. It's
Hmm.
beautiful.
So I think hmm, there's almost fear out there. People talking about uh, the end of times and everyone's gonna die, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of mentality. If you listen to almost anything out there, it's all about fear, whether it's truth or community or uh, CNN, Fox, all of it is all fear. And what I'm seeing here is there's nothing to be afraid of. It's like this energy is greater than that. Like this is an evolution. Like this is it's an evolution. It's going to be something different, but it's greater and it's beautiful.
And the fear has to dissolve, right?
Oh,
I
we'll
mean,
rise above it
eventually, yeah.
because that makes more sense as to this person over here. That's why they can't seem to to plug in. That's why they won't plug in. Why they won't accept the energy because they're so steeped in the fear, the ego, the I don't want to say earthly, but the it's almost like it's a rock is what it feels like. Like it's dense. The energy that they're in, it's very hard place that they're in. Um, like like solid
Mm-hmm.
is what it feels like. But that's not where we're moving. We're moving out of that solid, dense area space.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving into something energetic. Honestly, that's what it feels electric. Like it feels just like overpowering energy. Like everything is tingling and like everything's turned on.
Mm-hmm. Energized.
Like, yes, all the senses are turned on. It, like life, like so much life. Like,
Oh, I just got a wave of it. It's almost like we don't realize how much we're missing until it gets turned on.
yes,
It's like having earmuffs on, and suddenly you take them off, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I can
yes,
hear so much clearer now." Yeah.
yes. It's like that. Like, just energy. It just feels amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's this energy that we're moving into. Mm. When we gather in groups too. That's why it feels. That's why we all feel so good when we all get together. You know, when you are with people that have this same energy, that share this energy, then we superpower one another.
Synergy.
Mm.
We're stronger together than apart. But there's an activation that occurs too,
It's
energetically.
amplified.
Yeah.
That's what they say. It's amplified when we're all together. Isn't that awesome? Gosh.
It's really an exciting world, and our connection with other star races is something we're going to probably be experiencing pretty soon, right? What can you see as far as having face to face contact? Is this years away, or how close are we to communing with our star brother and sisters?
There's some people that are right now. Because they just show me some of the beings that pop in sometimes when I meditate.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, no, look, you've seen us. You've seen us. You know us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an energy space. It's sharing that energy. When we learn to walk in that energy constantly, this is when we'll see them, notice them more and more. When we truly get out of all the fear, when we truly that's when we stand in that place that Jesus tried to show us to be in.
Mm-hmm.
When we're when we don't let any fear come in, any doubt, it's just a knowing, just knowing. When you stay in that energy, then we have communication with them. Some people are already there.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are already there. I'm not. Some people are. they're showing me,
So for
some
all of us
people.
who want to, that's what we need to do. Just
Hmm.
start walking in that higher vibration as much as possible, and they'll start appearing to us.
Yep. Because it's like they're showing me like um, they're here.
Mm-hmm.
They're they're here around us all the time. Uh, it's not them that's going to show themselves to us. It's us that are just gonna get to the point where we're like, oh, there you are, where we just know we see them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's up to us to see it like that.
And it's easier for the younger generation, right? Is that
Hmm.
one of your kids saw?
Yeah, I think that's what Preston sees them all the time. He just tends to stay there.
Does he have a specific connection with the Andromedans, or is this his specific star family visiting him?
They're showing me a a council.
Mm-hmm.
They're in his council, I guess, because they also just showed me the Octurians and the mantid beings as well. Hmm.
So he's an old soul with a lot of connections, huh?
It seems. Almost like they're protectors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so um, the mantids have something to do with property, but the Arcturians and the Andromedans, that seems specific to him. Almost, I think he's spent time in both of those races. I think he spent time there. But the mantids, that has something to do with it. Okay. Hmm.
That's wonderful. Did your grandmother have any specific message for us today?
She just wanted to share that about the love of all the. She just keeps saying nurture, nurture. She's showing me almost like caring for. Okay, there might be something more to this. What is this? She's showing me caring for children, but those are not human children. This has something to do with hybrid children. All these children. She's handed me this baby. She's telling me this child is my grandchild. This child isn't a human child. Part of a hybrid program. This is this is my grandchild from a hybrid child that I had.
A long time ago?
Oh, it's like there's a lot of them. She's showing me this is almost like a nursery. It's like I'm in a playroom, and there's all these children around.
What do they look like? Do they look partially human? Or do they look all the same? Same race?
No, they're different.
Mm-hmm.
There are some that look human that have blue skin, human and even like a violet, a purple violet skin, big eyes. They all have abnormally large eyes. Um, she's saying that there were three hybrid children. They took my eggs. There were three children, all female. These are the children from those women. There's probably seven. There's seven. And then the one that I'm holding is eight. These are my grandchildren. This one that I'm holding, her skin is like an aqua color. It's a very pale bluish green. Her head is like human shaped, but it's larger than even a human baby. And her eyes are like a blue, but it's beyond blue. It's almost like they're lights, like it's electric. Her eyes are, they're beautiful. And her hands are thinner, and the fingers are longer and thin. But so tiny.
Is this what your grandmother does? Does she still look after these children?
I think so. I don't know why she wanted me to see this.
Sounds like something she'd be excited to show you.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Their energy is so gentle and so excited. Um, like they're excited that I'm here.
Will they be able to join us at some point? Are they able to live on Earth in this atmosphere?
They could, but the energy here is too dark for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's so it's so intensely loving where they are. Uh,
Where is this? Is this a ship or somewhere else?
no, this, what is this? It is. It's like it's a ship, but this ship feels like it's alive.
Mm-hmm.
Like um, it feels like a plant. I don't know how to explain this. It feels like it's alive, like it's growing even it's nurturing. The ship itself is nurturing, and
It feels conscious.
yes, and just so much love. The atmosphere of this place is just so loving. That's what she meant by nurturing. This is yeah, these little souls here, they're not meant for Earth. Not the state that Earth is in right now.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah. One day. One day we'll all be together.
Well, I want to give you the suggestion to remember these beautiful little baby faces and this experience with crystal clear clarity so you can recall it at any time. To also recall this energy or feeling of love, and that you can visit this anytime in meditation. And you can come here anytime in meditation to visit your grandma and these beautiful babies. Now you've been here, you know what it's like, you know where it is. What a beautiful gift from your grandmother. I want to send a lot of love and thanks to your grandmother for this wonderful gift. This is beautiful.
Oh,
We also want to thank them for your healing. Can your grandmother or your higher team show you that how you got healed from this back injury? What was that back injury about? Was that serving some purpose for you?
no, but it's almost like there was an energy shift when I felt almost like a shockwave.
Hmm.
That's what it looked like. Like it was almost like a shockwave that went through me. Um, like it just reset, like it shifted the energy. Like it was a shockwave that went through me and it shifted the energy
And got it back in alignment, huh? So it
and
was
it's
like
yeah.
beautiful. So it's not like you shifted into another timeline or something. The shift happened within your energy.
No, but I did. It was like time stood still for a second before when I left the step before I hit the ground. It was like energy just, I don't know, there was a shift though. That's interesting.
We want to send gratitude for the quick healing and dealing with this back pain you've had for so long. And just want to send love and thanks for that. Let's actually do a full body scan right now. We'll just have them scan your body. Just visualize that beautiful love light energy flowing in the crown of your chakra center and flowing down and out through all your meridians, all the way down through into the earth, completing the connection completely and fully, allowing that energy to flow through unobstructed, moving away any blockages, allowing healing to flood into your physical vessel, concentrating in any area it needs. Let me know if you have any sensations or see anything.
Um, the one I called Beaker, the science guy, like popped up when we were running the energy down. That was kind of interesting. Like he's like my,
He's your science guy?
yeah, my doctor or something at that other place in the energy realm.
Does he have connection with these babies as well? These hybrid babies?
Yeah, as that he like tightened up his ties. I am your doctor. This guy, his energy is so, it's always, he cracks me up every time.
Let's see if your guides have any other information they want to come through right now. Are we missing anything? Is there anything else they'd like to tell us?
That's all for now.